It took 15 years before Robert Duvall was able to finally get the film he wanted so much to be screened and then placed in movie theaters. The film, The Apostle, very unusual film by typical Hollywood standards. Very few films have ever taken seriously the depiction of the religion or the movement of Pentecostal preaching. But Robert Duvall undertakes this. In an interview with Charles Rose some years ago, I heard him describe how he had traveled through the South, especially into Texas, where Duvall is from, and would meet different ministers who were Pentecostal in their orientation, studied them, got the flavor of how they preached, and then for about 6 weeks, he said, he wrote the script that would then become the screenplay for The Apostle. But because it just didn't have the pizzazz or the typical thematic structure that Hollywood wants for successful commercial filmmaking, he had to just bear the burden of waiting for a long time, doing a lot of acting so that he could not only do that profession which he loves, acting, but also accumulate funds so that he would eventually have the money to sponsor the movie that he wanted to make. And one year, well, 13 years after he had finally accumulated enough money, his accountant said, "You've got enough, it was $5 million, let's go ahead and make The Apostle." Well, then of course, a matter of getting the cast, getting the crew, doing the necessary activities before production was finally able to be shot, was another matter of a year and a half or so. But it turned out to be a labor of love. And you can really tell that it's a labor of love by watching his performance. Well, we know that he wrote the screenplay for it. We know that he came up with the $5 million, which was enough seed money to get the production rolling. He also directed the film, and he's in every single scene in the film as the star. And in fact, this is his film. It's really a signature piece. By that I mean you sense his signature, his imprint throughout the entire film. And he has such a unique way of depicting the performance that he provides. He has so much energy. It's volcanic in scope. Robert Duvall gives us the performance of a lifetime. The story is basically a minister who has not been appreciated by his wife because he's been a little bit too womanizing, and he's obviously somewhat menacing at times. So she has decided, one, to leave him, and in fact she has taken up with another young minister, much younger than Duvall's character, whose name is Sonny in the film.